Hello and welcome back, girl, to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay. How? Episode 62. Look at us, girl. 62. Did you ever think we'd get there? I did. And if you didn't, that's kind of shady. No offense. Okay, Frank Places. Get on up there. Go. Lay down. Sorry. Frank is just now getting into places. He's been doing that lately. Anyways, you guys, I don't know what's the topic today. Unfortunately, I'm still quite overwhelmed with the pace in which my life has picking up, if that makes any sense, okay? Shit's been picking up, okay? The fire horse of it all is upon me. And quite frankly, I love it. I asked for this. I manifested these moments, these opportunities, this, hustle and bustle sort of situation. But my body is having a hard time keeping up, if you know what I mean. Okay. And I've been getting horrible sleep. I've been going to sleep late, which is unlike me, and then I do not really sleep during the night. I'd be waking up, I'd be tossing, I'd be turning, I'd be having to get out of the bed and do a task so I could then go back into the bed and try to sleep again. It's 3, 4 in the morning, and then I have to wake up at 7 to get ready to go to work at 8. It's just it's the old ball and chain of it all. So I just ordered me some magnesium glycinate, chelated, on the internet. And God bless, I had $26 to buy that because I do need it. Okay. And if you're having trouble sleeping, shout out to chelated magnesium glycinate. Okay, I don't know what the hell they are doing with that supplement, but it does really help you sleep. Okay, it's supposed to there's like so many kinds of magnesium. That's why you got to be careful when you're getting into supplements. Magnesium glycinate. So there's all kinds of magnesium. Um but magnesium glycinate, specifically the chelated version, if I'm saying that correctly, well absorbed dietary supplements combining elemental magnesium with amino acid glycine. It is gentle on the stomach and rarely causes diarrhea. Shout out to that. Making it popular for sleep, relaxation, and muscle function. Okay, often taken at night to help quiet the nervous system. And you know what? Sorry, there's a hair on that. I think we could all use a little quieting of the nervous system. Am I right? Um, yeah, may aid in managing blood sugar and easing everyday stress. Easing everyday stress, I think we could all use a little bit of that too. Okay. Am I stressed? Not really, not any more than I typically am. Okay. Um, rent is paid, bills are paid. Not really a lot left over. Well, none left over actually. But that's kind of like the looming stress over my life is can I pay my bills without having to move into a home with one or more roommates, which I am not aligned with. I'm not down to do it. I'm going to do whatever I need to do. I will sell my body before I move in with some roommates. And that is on period. And I don't care if you're my best friend. I do not care. I don't care if you are I don't care. I'm not a roommate's girl, okay? I am a lone wolf. I am the hermit. And for that reason, I do have to do whatever I have to do to keep these bills paid over here, okay? We had some drama last month or the month before, where I couldn't pay my rent and my landlord was being mean to me, even though I have been a loyal tenant at this apartment building for 10 fucking years and I never missed a fucking payment. Okay. And after I was 5 days late, after I told him I needed more time to come up with the money, meanwhile, I'm overdrawn $200 in my account. I had no idea how I was going to get that money. He was like, "Should I start the eviction process?" Bitch! First of all, you can't even do that. You can't even do that in California, okay? I'm not over here fucking talking about squatters. I'm not going to advocate for squatters, but how soon can my landlord evict me? Let's see what AI overview has to say. This fucking thing. An eviction takes anywhere from 3 days to several months, depending on the reason and whether a formal court case is filed. The process starts with a 3-day, 30-day, 60-day, or 90-day written notice, followed by a court lawsuit that adds weeks or months. If you do not leave or fix the problem by the notice deadline. So, hold on. In California, in California, a landlord can only evict you if they have a valid legal reason called just cause, such as non-payment of rent, breaking lease rules, or the owner moving into the unit. That's so fucking shady. Imagine you evicting someone because you want to move into their unit. You're the owner. Like, that's fucking shady as shit. I think that happened to me when I was a kid. We had this really nice house. Well, we were renting this really nice house in the hood, frankly. It wasn't a great neighborhood, but it was a cool ass house. And then I think the owner was like, "Yeah, my daughter's moving to California. I'm giving her the house. You guys got to get out." And I was like 7 when that happened. Imagine asking like young parents with 2 young children to like move out. That's just it's crazy to me. I don't think it should be allowed, but whatever. They must follow a strict legal process, starting with a written notice. You can review final steps and guidance on the California Self Help Guide. Okay, failing to pay rent. I want to know how many fucking months I would have to miss paying the rent in order for him to start an eviction process on me. A bitch, I don't know if you know me, but I am not the type of girl who's gonna get evicted, dude. I am way too type A for that. You really think I'm dicking around and not paying you like lolly, 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 like I'm fucking like dicking around? No, girl. I'm eating canned beans. I'm doing everything I can to come up with this money. I'm still overdrawn. You know what I mean? It's like I hate it here. And by here, I mean this planet, dude. It used to be sick, dude. It used to be sick for people, start colonizing and making everything stupid, creating fucking credit scores and fucking, you know, all that dumb shit. Money, dumbest shit ever invented. Dumbest shit ever invented, low key. And I'm over here. I'm trying to think of what a luxurious experience even feels like. I don't even think I could tap in to the frequency with my nervous system to be able to enjoy something luxurious. Okay, I have these friends that they're married and they're rich as fuck, like rich as fuck. Okay, and they were just posting earlier like they're on a vacation somewhere with a beach where you can see through the water, which I've never experienced before. Okay, the only beaches I've been in, they've been like green and brown. Okay? That's the first step. Okay? A clean beach, I don't even know what you mean by that. I can't even conceptualize it in my head. You talking about, "Oh, I was at a beach where you could see, like, the bottom of the ocean, you could, like, totally see right through it like it was a pool." I'm like, "Oh, that was probably AI." And they're like, "No, I was there, I was swimming in it." And I'm like, "Nah, nah, beaches are dirty." Trash washes up, syringes, various different detritus, that's the kind of beaches I know. Apparently, there are clear beaches somewhere in the world, okay? I'll believe it when I see it. And maybe I will see it one day. Maybe I will end up in a luxurious situation one day, and I'm gonna have to drop into it. I'm gonna have to drop into that to be able to enjoy it, because I'm gonna be like, "Damn, like, what's this gonna cost?" I wonder if the people who work here are treated well. Do they have insurance? Do they like this job? Or are they only doing this job to not get evicted from their apartments? Okay. Does this massage therapist want to be giving me a massage? Okay. Is this a passion of theirs? Or do they have carpal tunnel and they want to go home? One time I was getting a pedicure. Well, I don't know if I told this story on this pod before, but one time I was getting a pedicure, and it was one of those pedicures where I was like, I need this so bad. And I had been working so hard, and, like, my job was, like, I think I was serving tables at the time, and I was fucking working 7 days a week. My body was exhausted. It was one of those things where it's like, I am going to treat myself. I'm going to remove some money from the budget so that I can just get a very basic pedicure, okay? My feet are crusty dusty. And so I did. I took my money and I said, I'm going to get a pedicure. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to enjoy the massage, because I can never enjoy the massage because I don't think they want to do the massage. I don't think they want to be doing my toenails. You know what I mean? You see how sick I am in my head? I don't want anybody to be upset because they're doing something for me. Oh my god, bro, I need to, like, get out of that mindset. Some people do have a passion for pedicures. I'm sure they exist, okay? And I'm not coming in there with no fungus or nothing, okay? I know this is not the worst they've seen. So, anyways, I get this pedicure. It's a man. He's doing my pedicure, a man. And he's doing a decent job, and I'm thinking, "Damn, I really needed this." And then he went to do the massage, okay? And they'll set a little timer, little 10-minute timer or whatever they do, and massage your legs and your feet, okay? Before they paint your toes or whatever. And this man is massaging my legs, and every, like, 5 seconds, he's going and if you're listening to this and you're not watching on YouTube, he's waving hit like, like when you shut your finger in something and you have to, like, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off, shake it off because it hurts so bad? Okay, that's what he's doing. He's massage, but every 5 seconds, he, like, stops and he's shaking off his hand like it hurts so bad. Like, he's got some carpal tunnel that's fucking eating him up. And he's also audibly going while he's shaking his fucking hands off. And I'm talking every 5 to 10 seconds of this massage. And he did both of my legs. And I felt horrible the whole time. At one point, I was like, "It's okay. You don't have to. It's okay." And he was like, "No, no, 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 no. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it." And I'm like, "You'll do it? That's not." Oh man, I am not enjoying this now. I feel like you are in pain, sir. Sir, are you in pain? Like, do you need help? Like, you are physically and audibly distressed right now. And this is supposed to be relaxing for me. And you don't know how much convincing it took me to work this into my budget because I thought I deserved it. I thought I deserved a nice little pampering pedicure, a nice little callus removal, a nice little cuticle trim, a nice little, and I don't even ask for a design or anything. Like, I'm getting a plain ass color, no French tip. I'm talking just white toenails. And that's the other thing that's fucked up about me too. Well, people, service providers probably don't hate this about me, but I'm trying to get the simplest thing I could possibly get because I do not want to inconvenience you. In my head, I could be like, you know what? I would really love a French tip. But then also in my head, I'm like, oh, that's like such pressure. It's like hard to do a French tip low key. And I don't want to stress this person out. So I'll just get all white. I don't need a French tip. And I will choose the easy way out just so I don't inconvenience the other person. I'm sick in the head, you guys. And you're probably thinking, like, this is not like a horrible trait to have. You don't want to fucking be taking advantage of service workers or whatever. But it just reminds me of this one lady that used to come into this breakfast spot that I used to work at. She used to come in all the time. All the time. Okay. Heads up to you out there. You can't be a regular at a establishment if you're going to be a dick every time. Okay. Because now everyone knows you're a dick. And now we're all fucking rock, paper, scissoring in the back of who's gonna help you, who's gonna be of service for you today, because we all know you're gonna be an asshole to us. You know what I mean? You can't be a regular and be an asshole. You gotta pick one. If you're gonna be an asshole once, don't ever come back. And we will still talk about you. We'll still talk about you. Don't even worry about that. You will live on as a legendary asshole in this place, okay? But if you keep coming back week after week and continue to be an asshole, it's an issue that you need to sort out with professional help. I fear you need psychiatric help. Okay, anyway, this lady used to come in all the time. Okay, she used to get a water. Okay, and she would ask for lemon on the water. Okay, so the first time I had her, I got her water, and what did I do? I put a lemon wedge on the rim of the cup so she could squeeze that lemon wedge in her drink as she asked for. Okay, but I brought it, and she was like, "Can I get more lemons? Can I get like a plate, like a little plate of lemon wedges?" And I'd be like, "Okay, damn, girl, you're gonna burn your teeth up, but okay, that's not my problem. I'll give you lemons." Okay. She never once used the lemons on the plate that I would bring her. And this bitch came in all the fucking time. All the time. Water with lemon, extra lemons actually. And if you brought her, like, if you just put 2 lemons on the outside of her cup, she would ask for the plate. I want the lemons on the plate. I want several lemons, several wedges of lemons on there. And she would never, ever, ever, ever once use the lemons that we brought her. Okay. She just wanted them because they were free. She just wanted the complimentary stuff that she's not even going to use. She's not even ever going to use it. She's taking advantage of our resources at this point, okay? This job in particular, fuck them. Honestly, they were in many lawsuits. I should have sued them, to be honest. They were a bad employer. So I'm not over here advocating for, let's be nice to this business who I know treats us like shit. So whatever. But at the same time, why are you fucking asking for 100 lemons if you're not even gonna use them? If you were running through waters and I was refilling your water every 5 minutes because you were always really thirsty and you had a lemon wedge for every single water I brought you, that would be a different story, okay? If you're using the lemons, go the fuck off. But you're inconveniencing me by asking me to bring you more lemons that you're never going to use. I do not miss the service industry. That shit will send you into orbit. You think road rage is bad? The rage that comes over you when you work in the service industry is so palpable. It's so powerful. It will take over your life. You will lose sleep every night. Every night you will be having a nightmare about a customer, about maybe a ketchup that you forgot to bring to a table, or a, ranch that you forgot to ring in, or it literally doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You will lose sleep and your livelihood will be compromised if you work in the service industry. And guess what? I haven't even done it since 2019. So I have no idea what the vibes are like now, but I know they're not any better. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like, oh, I'm sure it's easier to work in the service industry nowadays. No, no, I really don't think so. Um, I really don't miss it. And, I tried to get back in, I was desperate. We got to pay the rent, as I was speaking about before. Okay. We have to pay these bills. So I was trying to get in and nobody wanted me, which, okay, whatever. I'm not offended by that. Okay. Maybe I'm too old for the industry now. Okay. They want some young girls serving up these tables these days. And you know what? Whatever. Okay, you think I wanna be sharing and rotating tables with some 22-year-old fucking assholes? No, I don't, okay? So, rejection is protection, okay? I interviewed for several places, and those motherfuckers did not wanna hire me, and I was pissed about it at the time, but now I'm thinking back like, rejection is protection, girl. Sometimes you need to be rejected to be protected, okay? And that is the wiser words haven't been spoken. Okay? If it is not for you, then it will not find you. Okay? I was never meant to go back into the service industry, and that is why I wasn't getting hired at those interviews. Okay? Even though I know I'm good at that job, um I'm not interested in doing it any longer. And thank God I wasn't hired into that industry again, because right now I'd probably be out of my fucking mind. Um, but yeah, anyway, I don't know what we were talking about. In other news, um, opportunities are rolling in, thank God. And I've been saying yes to them. And that is why I am so tired, girl. I'm fucking tired. And the whole sleep thing too. I can't wait for my magnesium glycinate to get in because I'm about to pop some fucking pills, girl. I'm about to pop some pills and get some sleep. Shout out to magnesium glycinate. But yesterday I was in a movie, a 48-hour film festival movie, which is cool as hell. What time is it? They do have to submit that in the next 15 minutes. So I hope they got their shit together. I played a bubbly streamer girl. So that was different for me. We'll say that. But it was a last minute thing and I was free yesterday, technically. Supposed to be filming this, but instead I said yes to the movie and that's what I was supposed to be doing. Okay, and hopefully those connections that I made there are going to be cool because I'm filming my movie by the end of the year it's going to be filmed. Okay? And I'm really excited about that. And I made some connections with the crew on that set, and it was hot as fuck in this apartment that we were filming in. Like, I did almost pass away from, like, heat stroke. I'm surprised nobody did, to be honest. Um, so if you're filming inside a home, as a courtesy to everyone, get some box fans up in that bitch. If you're gonna ask like 20 people to be inside your tiny apartment and there's no AC, you need to be having fans everywhere. Okay. And that's just baseline, because some of these motherfuckers was getting real agitated from the heat. And filming just takes a fucking long time, dude. It takes a long time, and you need your first AD to be really tight with it, dude. They need to run that shit like the Navy SEALs. It needs to be go, go, go. Time, time, time. We're wasting time. We need to be shooting this by this time. It's like, I would be a really good first AD because I am crazy at time management, okay? And I will be a bitch if I have to. Which is what first ADs have to do, So shout out to that job. But yeah, I was there for like 11 hours or something like that. We did have a 2-hour lunch break, which was nice. And it was so fun. It was so fun. I got to see some old friends, and chatted up with them, and I got to be a streamer girl, and that was cool. And I have been wanting to act more. So ask and you shall receive, something a little more low stakes, even though I did want them to make a good movie. It's the 48-hour film festival. So you do want to make something good. And there are awards for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like super low stakes, but, to ease me back into the acting of it all, that was super cool. And I got to work with some old friends, and that was so nice to see them. And I just feel honored to be a part of it. I really do, and I wanna do more of that. But more importantly, I want to direct, and I will be doing that, and I want to write more, and I will be doing that, and I also kinda wanna do a fringe play next year. I kinda wanna do a fringe play, like, I think I've really dropped into my year of, like, I'm a creator, that's who I am. That's who I am, that's what I do. Every everything that holds me back from doing that is financially motivated. And when you think about it, I've been eating canned goods for the last year and a half because I haven't had an income. Um, and so I've been really living off the fat of the land, so to speak, and getting by the skin of my fucking teeth trying to get these bills paid. Okay. All the while, I haven't been creating. I haven't had the courage. I haven't had the um the gall to spend my time creating, because I'm like, how dare I spend my time writing a screenplay when I could be spending my time applying for jobs online? You know? Or going on interviews, or picking up gigs, like side gigs, like cleaning people's houses and shit. Like, when they say, like, don't not do something because it's going to take a long time for you to do it, because the time is going to pass either way. The time will pass, whether or not you spent it doing the thing that you wanted to do to build up to this area, or whether you spent it in this fucking purgatory of, uh, you know, life where you just feel like frozen, like crippled to, like, you can't move forward with anything because it's going to cost you money to do it. You know what I mean? So I'm at this point where it's like, how about I have this little bit of income now with the job that I'm working now. It's part-time, so it's nothing crazy. I am making basically the exact amount that I need to pay my bills every month. So no extra things. We can't do anything extra. We probably, hopefully we won't be overdrafted, but I'm just saying, like, if I continue to do the job, which obviously I am, the bills will be paid, okay? So, I can't not write the screenplays and try to shoot the movies thinking like, well, if I do that, I'm gonna be eating canned goods and, like, low key starving because I am deciding to spend my time doing this. And I'm thinking about it like, girl, you've already been eating canned goods for a year and a half. What's the fucking difference? You're gonna be starving either way, is what I mean. Okay. The time is going to pass either way. You are gonna be hungry either way. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not starving, to be clear. Okay. People buy me meals all the time. Okay. I have a lot of generous people in my life. Like, I'm not gonna fucking starve. At the end of the day, I can go to my fucking grandma's house and she'll feed me. I can go to my fucking parents' house and they'll feed me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna actually starve. But in my fucking weird ass fucking head and my nervous system is telling me like we have to have money to eat, which is low key untrue because I can crowd fund a meal, so to speak. You know what I mean? So I might as well continue crowdfunding a meal and also creating and collaborating with people in my community, creators and whatnot. You know what I mean? You're gonna starve either way, girl. That's what I was trying to say. And I know there's gonna be so many people like, "Don't say that." That's the truth of it. That's my reality right now. That's my reality right now, and that is okay because I finally have the fucking guts to do the thing. It's finally clocked to me that I'm gonna be hungry either way. So why wouldn't I just spend the time doing the fucking thing? Okay? So I think the fire horse has officially set in for me because this is the year of the fire horse. So I am moving forward. I'm moving forward. I'm creating. There's nothing that gets me going more than like participating in other people's productions. Like yesterday, acting in that 48-hour film festival movie was fucking sick. And it was like, lit me up. Lit me up. Low key, I should have brought my computer so I could have been writing the whole time because there was a lot of downtime, which is kind of set life. You know what I mean? When you're an actor on set, you are just basically waiting, 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 waiting until they say we finally have the angle. Come over here, do your 3 lines. Okay, take 2. Got it. Okay, now you can go wait another hour and a half while we set up the next shot. You know what I mean? That's kind of what set life is about. So I should have brought my computer and been writing the whole time. But that's beside the point. Also, the other night I went to go see a French play with Sarah. Her friend wrote and produced this cool ass French play that we got to see. And seeing Sarah's French play, I'm just like, dude, next year we're doing a French play. And everyone's down, by the way. And everyone's down. I'd be getting so fucking paranoid about asking people to work for free and just work on stuff because you love doing plays too and you love making films too, and I need people to come help me make this film, and I'm not making money off it either, girl. I'm arguably hungrier than everyone in this situation because I am this is going to be my baby. And I don't want to ask people to work for free. And this economy, it freaks me out. But you got to remember that people care about you, girl. People care about you. People want to see what you can make and they want to see you do the things that you want to do. Okay. If Sarah came to me and she was like, "I'm doing this French play and I want you to play this character and we're going to have to rehearse X amount of days per week or whatever, and then we do these shows or whatever, and it's all volunteer based, girl. We don't have no money. We're not making any money. In fact, we're spending money to put this on." I would not be like, "I'm not working for free." Not for Sarah. I'd be fucking off book in 2 minutes if she asked me to do something like that. You know what I mean? It just fucking sucks that we're even in this capitalistic hellscape that every single minute of every single day we need to be making money. And not because of greed, by the way, because every single minute counts, you know? I need to be spending a minimum of X amount of minutes in a month making money just to get by, just so my landlord isn't fucking texting me like, "Should I start the eviction process?" You think I wanna be bothered by that? No. No, I do not. Okay? So if someone's like, "Hey, I can't do your play because I'm not able to take off work." That's one thing, and that's fine, and I understand that. But if you have Saturdays off, can you help me make my movie? I really need to get better about asking people to help, okay? And it's not because I wanna do it all by myself, it's because I don't wanna ask people to work for free, okay? And when you ask people to work on your movie, that's gonna be the longest, hottest, most exhausting day of their life, and you have to know that. You have to know when you ask someone to help you make a movie, it's gonna be the worst day of their life, and if they say yes, then they're a real ass bitch, and we'll just say that, okay? Because making movies ain't easy, girl. It's not pretty. You know, that BTS, it's hard. It's hard, it's long hours, and the weather is never good, and it's just one of those things. So it's actually okay to ask people to work on passion projects for you. Um, and, you know, that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm trying to embrace. I'm trying to drop into that energy. I'm dropping into it. Okay? So, my movie's gonna be sick as fuck, by the way. You can come back to this video after you just watched it because there's a link to it in this description, and you could be like, damn, that movie was sick as fuck. You really went off on your cinematography with this one, girl. That actor you fucking casted, he was fucking sick. He was really creepy to me. Oh, you really built suspense with this movie and the lighting and everything. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I want to hear. Okay, you don't have to like my movie, but I'm saying I can bring value through writing and directing and acting on occasion. And that's what I do now. That's who I am. It's who I've always been. And I'm going to be hungry either way, girl. One day I won't be. One day I will be full of joy, full of nutrient dense foods. Um and full of I'll be emotionally fulfilled as well. So that'll all be really cool. I'm excited to get to that point. But until then, we are trudging forward with sick ass ideas. And if you want to work on a film with me, or if you want me to work on your film, let's connect. Let's connect because this is what we're doing now. This is what we're doing now, girl. And that's how it is. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for me today. Also too, yesterday I wanted to mention a little woo woo. Um, the first shot we did yesterday in the movie was at 1:11 p.m. And where I was standing, there was a clock right in front of me because I was standing in front of like a stove. We were in a kitchen, and we went to do the first shot, and I was like, 1:11. And then later on in the day, I had picked up my phone and it was 2:22. And I was like, "Oh shit. Look at that." And then a little bit later on in the day, I picked up my phone, it was 3:33. I was like, okay." And then we went to go break for lunch and it was 4:44. I was like, "Holy shit. I guess we are aligned today. We are in alignment by being here doing this cool movie with these cool people." So, that's why I love angel numbers. If you don't like to call them out, you don't want to look too woo woo or whatever, and that's fine or whatever, but you are allowed to ask the universe for communication. And that's what angel numbers are all about. Angel numbers are about the universe just, spirit just saying like, "Hey, you're aligned in this moment. Or maybe you're misaligned in this moment and I'm just trying to capture your attention, you know? If you have some kind of symbolism like butterflies or like a muscle car that your grandpa drove and you always loved it, or, stars or whatever, like you could have, and it doesn't have to be an angel number, it could be anything at all. You can literally ask the universe, ask spirit, please send, if I'm aligned, send me signs that I know are from you. Something I can look at to be like, "Oh, that's spirit," because I asked her to do that. I asked her to send me messages in this specific way, okay? And watch how those things will start appearing to you, you know? I heard this story of this guy, it was like some reel of this guy being like, "Yeah, the first time I asked the, universe for something, I said, 'I want a unicorn.' That's what I want. I want a unicorn. Bring me a unicorn so I know that you're real." And he said the next day he was on a hike in the middle of the woods and suddenly there was this like inflatable unicorn in the middle of the woods. Like obviously it was probably like some kids and some kid dropped it or something, you know what I mean? Like, but it was a literal unicorn in the middle of this hike that he was on the very next day after he was like, "I want a unicorn." And there was a unicorn. And then the next time he said he asked for a moose, the animal moose. And he was like, I want to see a moose." And then shortly after that, he was, I guess, hanging out with someone, and this like dog came up to them, like a neighbor's dog. It was like off leash or something, came up to them, super friendly, big brown dog. And he started petting the dog and looked at his name tag, and the dog's name was Moose. You know what I mean? You gotta fucking pay attention. You have to ask for what you have to ask for communication, and then you have to actually be present to receive those messages. Okay. And I felt like yesterday I saw 111, 222, 333, and 444. That's pretty significant in my opinion. And if you want to be like, that's woo woo, and you're looking into things and that's sort of just a coincidence or whatever, then you're just not my kind of person. I'm so sorry. You're not my kind of person. You are too pessimistic even for me. And everybody knows I'm pretty pessimistic. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm not an optimistic person. Okay? I'm hungry. I'm overdrafted. I am, shit is hard over here, girl. Shit is hard. This life is difficult. So I'm not that optimistic, but I'm surrounded by optimistic people and I try to not bring them down. Okay. I let everybody be delusional and be woo woo, and I lead with caution. And that's kind of lame sometimes, but whatever. Whatever. Um, but that's your homework for this week. I want you to say, hey, spirit, hey, universe, I want to see more disco balls. I'm looking at a disco ball right now. I have these disco ball planters like right behind the camera. So that's just an example, you know. I also have a little possum keychain that my niece crocheted. It's a little possum. Okay. You could say I want to see more possums. I want to see more disco balls. Please send me signs through those visuals if we're in alignment, if not, if you're real, we know she's real, okay? But if you want to get more in tuned with yourself and with the fucking energy of this planet, girl, I mean, damn, it's the least we could do, okay? So pick your imagery. I have a number that I asked to be communicated with. It's a 3-digit number that I have been, for some reason, attached to since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, I've loved this 3-digit number. And over the course of the last like year, I've been like, spirit, please show me this 3-digit number. when I'm aligned, or whenever you think I need to drop in and pay attention or whatever. This is the 3-digit number that I want to see as communication from you. And I do see it. I do be seeing it at times when I need to see it. Okay. Also, my birthday, 625. I be seeing that around too. And every time I say 625, that's my birthday. Okay. So get locked in, y'all. It's time to lock in and follow your dreams and chase your dreams, because that's what we're doing now. That's who we are. That's who we always were. And that's what we do. Okay. So shout out to us. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Insufferable with me, your host, Lindsay Howe. And I will see you next week. Bye.